Given that p equals 4, q equals minus 2 and r equals minus 3, evaluate the expression 2p plus 3q minus 5r. So first of all, there are a few terms that we need to cover. Each of these letters is known as a variable. A variable is any unknown value and is represented in equations as a letter. The number next to each of the variables is known as the coefficient. And the coefficient is the multiplier of the variable. So 2p would be 2 times p, 3q would be 3 times q, and 5r would be 5 times r. So now we can replace each of these letters with the value as we already know them. So first of all, 2 times p, so 2 is the coefficient and 4 is p, so 2 times 4. I'll put this in brackets to make it easier to read and make it less complicated. The plus sign would stay in the same place. And then we have 3 times q, which is minus 2. The minus sign would stay in the same place as before too. And then we have 5 times r, which is minus 3. So now we need to multiply out the brackets. 2 times 4 is 8. Plus sign stays there. 3 times minus 2, imagine there's a little plus sign there, and because the two signs are different, it leaves us with minus 6. Minus sign stays there too. Again, because the two signs are different, leaves us with negative 15. So now, we can work through this. So I'm going to put this in brackets to make it easier. Because these two signs are different, that would become a positive. No. That would become a negative. And because these two signs are the same, this would become a positive. 8 minus 6 is 2, plus 15 is 17. When p equals 4, q equals minus 2 and r equals minus 3, evaluate the expression square root of pq plus r squared. So we can imagine that between the p and the q there is a small multiplication sign. So now we can substitute the numbers into the equation. So we have 4 times minus 2 plus minus 3 squared, with the minus 3 in the brackets just to make it clear. So 4 times minus 2 is minus 8 because the two signs are different. So here we have a power. This represents that minus 3 would be multiplied by itself the number of times of the power. So if it's the power of 2, it's minus 3 times minus 3. If it's the power of 3, it would be minus 3 times minus 3 times minus 3. So minus 3 times minus 3 is positive 9 because the two signs are the same. Minus 8 plus 9 is 1. Now here we have a square root. This means that the number inside the root is a product of a number multiplied by itself. However, in this case we can have two possibilities, because one of them, you have 1 times 1, I made that bigger. So 1 equals 1, and minus 1 times minus 1 would also equal 1. So we represent this as plus 1 or minus 1. Given that p equals 4, q equals minus 2 and r equals minus 3, evaluate the expression p squared plus 3 lots of 4q minus 3r cubed. So first of all, we're going to substitute the numbers into the equation. So this gives us 4 squared plus 3 lots of 4 times minus 2 minus 3 times minus 3 cubed. So 4 squared just means 4 times 4, so that's 16. 4 times minus 2 is minus 8. And minus 3 cubed is minus 27. So it's minus 3 times minus 27. Minus 3 times minus 27 is positive 81 because the symbols are the same. This leaves us with 16 plus 3 times 73. 3 times 73 is 219. Yeah, and 16 plus 219 is 235.